Hello, people. It's Wednesday on Your View. I am Veronica Danik-Boy. With me, as usual, are my beautiful co-hosts. Hello, ladies. Good morning.
Morning. Good morning.
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 Anyway.
Today is your last day of saying morning. So you can say it 5 times if you want to.
No, not yes. Hang on. Anyway, news mentioned Valentine's Day is on Thursday, the 14th of February, 2019, which is tomorrow. In lieu of this, we would shift our Wednesday live audience. We have moved the live audience show to Thursday, and it promises to be an interesting show. Now, one of the major highlights would be the couples game show. So if you are interested in being part of the couples show, please come to the studio between the hours of 12 and 2 today. From today, well, today is the last day. You can't come tomorrow morning, I guess, because that's the show. So today is the last day. We can only take 2 couples. So just hurry down, hurry down, hurry down. So, ladies, 2 couples, 4 people. Okay.
I know, right? I don't understand English.
2 couples, 4 people.
I give you sign language this morning.
Husband, wife, husband, wife.
So plenty people are always sending me, I love you so much. I love you. This is the time for you to prove your love for me. It is Valentine's tomorrow.
Send gifts.
That is how to prove love. It's not by word of mouth. It's about action.
Only on Valentine's Day they can prove their love to you.
No, but they have been expressing this love for a long time. So my expectation is that I like chocolate cake, moist.
We don't want flowers,
soft. I don't want pancake and all those funny flower, but I can eat chocolate cake moist. I want gifts. You know, but I'm saying...
Do you want flowers?
No, I don't
want flowers.
Got an iPhone. No, but the point is this love.
Just from saying
this
like
love
this
should not be with word of mouth. But I want to quickly say something concerning INEC, because INEC has been announcing that we should use our index finger, the one we use to point. This is what we should use to cast our vote, because we want to avoid having, what's the word? Having
crossing the margin.
You don't want to cross the line, because once you cross the line, that will be a void vote. And a lot of places we have, the last election, they had almost 1 million void votes. So we can avoid that by using this finger, index finger to vote for whatever party you want to. Ilabe, the one used in licking the soup.
The one used to point somebody. I want somebody.
Yeah.
Okay.
So don't make, the election is coming close.
It's just days away. It's Saturday.
Yeah, it's Saturday.
Nima.
And I wanted to rant too.
Please rant, there's traffic.
But as you're ranting,
those truck drivers trying to park on the road in the morning, you are heartless. Plain and simple. You can't take us 1 hour lining up behind you just so you to be finding parking space. On a busy road. People are trying to make a living. For God's sakes. Can't keep happening. And I kept meeting traffic all the way. So leaving home early is no longer good. It's now almost, I don't need the grace of God to get here.
You can't sleep. Because same thing from my own end. If you don't leave your house before 7, you're going to end up in traffic.
She's not saying 7, I'm saying 5.
Mine is 7.
And you know the painful thing? The people collecting money to park them. Wow. It's not captured taxes, and government is just sitting down letting these people make money we cannot even account for.
So that's what they do. They'll take money and now move the trucks from the back. Want to slot them in front, and they're trying to create space.
Forgetting that this is affecting people.
While they're creating the space, everybody is waiting.
So there's a broken down truck at Mile 2. Eventually, when you pass through the traffic, you find a broken down truck. Last mile is doing so much already. There's another broken down truck at K2. All of you people are against me. There's traffic on the Ikorodu road. Help us.
She's taking it very personal.
No, because she's feeling, the pinch.
She has the platform to talk about it. Many people are losing productive billable hours on the traffic.
Of course, we can say that again.
Some of us have to wake up at 4 a.m. Okay, Valentine is tomorrow, so we are excited. I'm very excited.
Not excited.
No. I'm still. I have a program coming up the next day, so I'm still, arranging myself. And people were asking me. I wanted to actually stop the registration before Friday, but they said I should extend it since the event is in the evening, 7 to 9 p.m. So people can
What's
still
the event
for those.
About?
That's the masterclass I'm having now, preparing for the 21st century marriage. For all of you that are not ready to prepare, you have to prepare.
If you fail to prepare, you have prepared to fail.
Honestly,
of course, that's what it is.
Veronica, we're launching.
No.
Oh, sorry.
That set is awesome.
Yeah. Can we talk about it?
No, we cannot talk about it.
Oh, sorry.
We can't until
it's still
after
under
the
the
launch.
wraps. Oh,
so it's still under the wraps, but something is
big.
coming your
huge.
way. Anyway, when we return, Front Page Reviews starts. Stay with us. Right now, thank you for staying with us. Let's head straight to the newspaper headlines, and the major headline from the Punch: Ogun violence, Amosun kicks as APC threatens to punish him after polls. Ignore Ogun governor, vote APC candidates in all elections, Oshibajo tells voters. Woman touches 7-year-old niece with hot knife for stealing chewing gum.
Yes.
Wow. Supreme Court upholds disqualification of APC candidates in Rivers. Buhari, APC can't be trusted, says Atiku in Lagos rally. 4,695 smart card readers burnt in Anambra, INEC. 14 die in stampede at Buhari's rally in Rivers. Well, economy grew by 1.93% in 2018, says NBS. Fraud charges, Babachir Lawal, others remanded in EFCC custody. I'll probe $16 billion Obasanjo spent on power projects, says Buhari. Former president will make himself available for probe, says aid. Now, let's go to this human interest.
Yes. So this 7-year-old girl is currently battling with burns because this happened in my area, Alakoko area. The aunt sent her to get change. The aunt is a trader, so sent her to get change from the neighbor. She got there, she saw the neighbor's child with chewing gum. She collected it. You know, normal, she's 7, she's a child. She collected the gum and came home. Then the auntie asked, who gave you gum? She didn't say anything. Who gave you gum? She finally said she collected it from the neighbor's child. And then she had to put a knife on the gas cooker and used it on her bum. Just gave her that injury there. So the case, a neighbor saw what happened and took, they were actually hiding it. So she was being treated in the chemist by another neighbor. Then somebody else took the issue to the police. Now she's been sued to court. The matter is charged to court. The matter is in the Ogba Magistrate Court. And though she's been bailed for, she's been granted bail for 200,000 and 2 shorties, but then they have to adjourn the case till March.
I'm happy about the neighbor.
So let's address this societal thing. It used to be the norm that, you know, when a child steals, you give the child a mark that would remind that child that stealing is bad. So mothers those days used to say, I will cut you up with blade, put pepper, and some would say, I'll flog you with hot cane.
My
mom used to say, come and stand naked. So everybody will ask, why are you naked? You say she stole. So just to put that shame on you. But you see, these methods are no longer, they're phasing out.
She didn't
they're
steal.
Becoming,
she was given.
The auntie thought she stole. So there's obviously a miscommunication, but this method of discipline is no longer working.
I want to applaud the neighbor. I think that we should just not be we shouldn't just pass by when we see ills happening in our society. Report, go to the police and report whenever something is going wrong, because you don't know when it will happen to you.
All right, let's quickly move to the Nation's newspaper now. Major headline: Buhari, I will recover $16 billion Obasanjo government power cash. What happened to power sector cash by ex-president? And government accuses PDP of planning to scuttle poll. Arewa endorses president for another term. A lift of election materials on Oni loses suit against Fayemi. Loses suit against Fayemi. Nigeria battles Mali, or rises 2% on Saudi. OPEC cuts. Nigeria votes all the facts and figures about election 2019. Kwara APC excited as appeal court upholds Abdul Razak. Atiku promises to make Lagos industrial hub. 4 feared death at APC rally in Port Harcourt. No plan to quit APC, says Tinubu. Shell to develop $10 billion Bonga failed. Any story here?
Yes, we have the plans to scuttle polls. So our Minister for Information is saying that PDP is planning to, that's according to him, that they are planning to have a global conference where they are going to levy allegations against the ruling party. PDP, on the other hand, is saying that these ones are afraid that they are going to lose, and then they are just finding. So if you ask me, I'll just rather they concentrate on getting their people to vote and getting people to pick up their PVCs and not going around passing allegations over on people, on each other. Doesn't make sense.
Well, our president is trying to do a probe all the way to 1999.
Suddenly.
Cover $16 billion, you know, from the power intervention and all the power investment that the previous administration, that is former President Obasanjo's administration, did to power. So It's a long probe.
People are speculating that it was political.
Serap has been calling for this probe for a long time.
Yeah.
So they are still behind the calling. Hopefully we'll find results.
All right, so let's move to the Daily Sun. Major headline polls. Tension builds up. Party Street blames over alleged violence plot. PDP will weep on Saturday. Oshomole will liberate Nigeria from you. Secondus. APC to sanction Governor Amosu over Ogun rally mess. 4,695 card readers, other voting materials raised in INEC Anambra office. And 272 million naira grass cutting scandal. Ex-SGF Babachir Lawa remanded in custody. US replies, FG, we are not supporting any candidate. Asari Dokubo knocks Nnamdi Kanu, accuses IPOB leader of betrayal. 2019 Nigeria votes 3 days to February the 16th election. PDP sues APC. INEC over foreigners' presence at president's rally. ACF endorses Buhari as middle belt leaders back Olawipo Hashimu.
Okay, so we remember the APC rally at Abeokuta that got abruptly suspended because there were issues of somebody stoning another set of people. Several thugs stoning. So now the APC chapter of Ogun State has said that they are going to sanction Amosu for anti-party activities and that he brought the governor Abikuli Amosu, that he brought thugs into a rally and that they were causing they caused mayhem within internal party
they
issues.
Compromised the security of the first person of the country. You know, when it happened in Lagos, I was emphasizing. You see, these things can't keep happening. And this party, when a party leader insists on putting his successor in office, this is what we get. So Amosu was behind the creation of the other party, where he put his own candidates who didn't make it at the APC direct primaries in Ogun State. And these people were at the rally. The Commissioner of Police now has been redeployed because of this. You can't come and compromise. It's the sensitivity of this issue.
Like the president said,
it's not
nobody's life.
Just about. I saw the rally. I saw it live.
Presidential rally.
I saw it live. It was not a good thing at all. The target was Oshomole, but right when the president was raising the hand of, so people targeted. It is wrong in every facet. And at that point, I now heard the governor saying, "I beg you in the name of God, this is what." No,
it is disrespectful.
This started because of your interest.
Let's quickly move forward because we're running out of time. We believe that the decision, like the party has said, they will take action, and let's see as the days go on what will happen. Let's move to the New Telegraph now. 14 die, several injured at APC rally in Rivers. Violence. PDP wants El Rufai Amechi punished, sues INEC immigration over APC rally in Kano. ACF Buhari deserves second term. 4,695 card readers burnt in Anambra INEC office hold APC responsible for fire in INEC offices. PDP. Well, NBS GDP peaked at 2.38% in Q4. NJC determines Onoge Mohammed's fate today. Assault on Buhari will sanction Amosu APC. Gunmen kidnapped 2 Bowen Varsity workers. Ibekaku Nwagu, I'll end Ekweremadu's reign at Senate. Ekweremadu, you're a non-starter just seeking relevance.
Major headline. Our hearts goes out to the 14 that died. We encourage people to get involved in party politics so that they are decision makers. But these 14 were avoidable deaths. So what happened was, after the campaign had taken place, the rally ended. They were supposed to go out through the pedestrian exit gate, and it was partially closed by the police officers. And they kept, the people that survived kept saying that they were asking the police to open the gate so that everybody can go out conveniently. That ensued, that led to a stampede. And through the stampede, 14 have been confirmed dead. Many injured. They said the ambulance were going and coming, carrying casualties. It is avoidable. We might still have another rally today. Can we avoid killing? And the president himself has said he doesn't want anybody to die. So those that are now helping him should also ensure that they execute in a way that will not kill or harm anybody.
I cannot come and go and be marched to death because
of somebody's ambition. It brings fear into our hearts. Sometimes you want to come out and vote, and then this is what is happening. People are dying, so people just want to sit in their houses. It's painful.
All right, so I believe that's the much we can take from the newspaper headlines this morning. Well, next, fire raises another INEC office for the 3rd time in 2 weeks. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
Thank you for staying with us. Yesterday, there was another fire incident at another branch of INEC office, along with the ballot papers to be used for the upcoming presidential elections, which makes it the third outbreak in 2 weeks. This has become a serious cause of worry. Some are saying this is not ordinary. What are your thoughts on this? Join the conversation on 070-8066-8014. Tweet us at TVC Connect with the hashtag YourViewTVC. About 4,695 card readers were destroyed in that fire alongside other electoral materials. Is this ordinary?
We've lost card readers, we've lost voters' card, we've lost ballot papers. And on this show, we've had risk management experts come and talk about how you should prepare effectively. I think there should have been proper risk management, fire management, which is why the PDP is raising allegations that these fires are conveniently taking place in areas where they feel that they
have a stronghold.
So here's what I expect INEC to do as a neutral body. Because whether we lament or not, the point is these fires have taken place and elections are 3 days away from now. I feel that there must be open awareness carried out around those areas on the contingency plan. What are we going to do now that we don't have card readers? Because one, every card should be verified through the card reader to avoid people bringing fake INEC cards to vote. Now that the card readers, 4,000 plus of, almost 5,000 of them are damaged, burnt, what are we going to do to ensure that the votes within those areas are not compromised and people are able to be sure that we have done the right things? There was no rigging within this election in these localities. I think that we need to see more response from INEC. All that I read in papers, they didn't even say anything. It's just announcement of what happened. There was no INEC official explaining how these issues that would arise from the burnt ballot papers will be addressed. Nobody.
There was. Like the article I read this morning, they were saying that they plan to borrow some card readers from other states to just make
around
up
close
what they've
to
lost, close to the
especially Anambra,
places,
where this happened. They are going to do that.
But for me, security is a collective responsibility for not just the governments, but for we ourselves, we the citizens. Now, when those things were happening, they would have, people in the area would have seen signs that probably people who are not supposed to be in this area are now here, and something, you know, when a new person who is planning to orchestrate, how do you catch people who carry bombs around you? Because somebody will tell somebody that I don't know this person.
Were you insinuating that it was?
No, hold on.
It was arson, like they set it on fire. I thought it was an accident.
That is what they say, but
that
people
has
are
to be verified. There are speculations.
There are speculations that it could be,
you know,
people who are trying to sabotage the election.
Sabotage, yes.
So, you know, but if we do our homework, make sure that all the equipment, everything is being monitored, and then even if it was some people, because in one of the cases that happened, the security man was reported to be drunk, who was supposed to be manning the place. So he couldn't even make that report because he was drunk. So if we all put our hands on deck, I'm sure we'll be able to avoid most of these things.
For me, it's about who stands to gain what. So what's the objective? What's the motive for the burning?
For the burning.
The one that happened in Jos was PVCs ready for collection that was burnt.
And ballot papers.
And ballot papers.
This one,
the one in Anambra, card readers. So what is the motive? What is the mischief already in the society? In Anambra, you have IPOB calling for boycott of the elections already. So most likely, they don't want elections in that area. So that's the motive. But
these are assumptions, though.
No, these are assumptions based on the facts available. In Anambra, in the east, there's a call from the IPOB for boycott of these elections, except we get a restructured, the government, you know, promises to restructure. So as long as it's not, that promise wasn't fulfilled, the boycott is still being, the call is still out there, it's happening. So look at that and, you know, pair it carefully with why.
There has to be investigations.
Of course. That's
for us to get to the root cause of
what
this.
I'm saying.
Because
in certain areas where PVCs are burnt, this is, of course, trying to discourage the people from going
disenfranchised.
To the votes. They are disenfranchised.
So already
the objectives are different. What is the mischief? And who stands to gain what?
I'm already disenfranchised.
Who stands to gain if those people in that area do not vote? Those are the pluses and adds and minuses that the electoral, the security agents and the electoral agencies should be looking at. we cannot single out those, those factors from this mischief that is happening.
So for me, I've experienced.
You were saying you have been disenfranchised.
I have been disenfranchised because I went to the INEC office. One, INEC reported, and we were carrying the story like it was a fact, that the wards would have our PVCs. They didn't share it to the wards. So I feel that within INEC,
your ward,
Mariam went to the ward, she didn't get it. I went to my ward, I didn't get it. I went to the LCDA close to my area. They said the only place you can get your PVC is the local government. So I went all the way to Ogudu. Mariam didn't, I don't know if she's gone and if she's tried to get it. When I got there, the crowd and the mayhem there it was apparent like they were not organized.
Ready.
They were not. The PVCs were being shared from different, they'll say, go under that canopy, stay in this corner. People were put under major stress. A man said he had been there since 9 o'clock, and as at 2 o'clock, he hadn't gotten his PVC yet. Wow. So when you let people that are willing to go and vote. So my experience was that I went to print out my card, my paper, so that they would use it to bring out the card, and they said my card was omitted. They didn't give me this report until like 3 hours. So I waited 3 hours before they told me my card was omitted. And I kept asking, listen, I checked online. Shouldn't I be able to know from online if my card is ready or not? So that I know why I'm waiting. I don't mind waiting. If I know that I will wait for 4 hours and I'll get my card. But I now waited for 3 hours and he said it was omitted. I should wait after the elections. I should now go online or come to the office in Ogudu and fill an omitted form.
Wait after the elections?
Mine was not the only story. There were many people that had the same case. So when we have an INEC that in itself are not well organized, I do not want to blame any political party for the issues happening within INEC. I would say that INEC themselves, if they were effective and organized, these kind of things would be prevented. These kind of things would be prevented. So you know that these are sensitive materials. You would ensure that every dot, every cross the T's, that would ensure that there is no mischief maker that will find their way there. And when there are accidents,
before
we're
you come in, Obi, we have Nemeka calling from Abuja. Welcome to the show. Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, my suggestion is, why is it that this fire issue in INEC office is always in PDP stronghold? Why?
Okay. Emeka, are you done?
We cannot answer the question.
We can't answer that because we have no idea.
You can't assume.
And you can't assume, actually.
Because
we always have issue of fire problem in most of the INEC offices. Why is it that this is only happening in INEC in PDP stronghold, most of the state?
That's a question INEC will answer.
That's an assumption, Nemeka.
I saw the rallies.
You can't really say it's a PDP stronghold.
I saw the rallies across parties, and I saw
rallies do not determine a stronghold.
Just to make a point, I saw the one the APC had in Owerri, and I was shocked because I would have assumed that, it wasn't possible for them to have those numbers. And I saw that the party had done their work in the House before the president came. So you can't assume that, one area is a stronghold. Yeah. The elections usually would determine which party is stronghold. I also
feel there's a political undertone. That's the truth, because this era...
like many Nigerians.
Yes, this era now where these political parties accusing this political party of trying to sabotage the elections and so I feel that we should properly investigate what really happened, because we really don't know. They say it's an accident. They say it's not an accident. Let's know what happened. Yeah, so if there are people we need to chase after, if there are people we need to prosecute, if there are people we need to, convict on that issue, let us know. If it's a criminal offense, we can fish out those people.
I watch a lot of American movies.
You know how investigations go.
Yes.
It takes a while.
No, those American movies, they'll check. They'll say, okay, there was diesel, there was fuel.
They trace
so they can say that this was, it wasn't an accident, or they will say that, okay, they found out that it was electric fuels or something, but it would give us peace of mind to know
exactly
what exactly happened.
Yeah.
Let them inform Nigerians.
Quickly, before you go ahead, Nima, we have Olawale calling from Oshodi. Welcome to the show, Olawale. Go ahead with your contribution.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. What I just want to say about this INEC issue is that they are not only focused on what they need to do, because if the government is not in support of what they are doing, my sister, I won't lie to you, they know what they are doing. Because we Nigerians now, we are all educated, and everybody is more than all these ones that they are doing. Do you know that I've been there? They send me a message of 5 night I should come and collect my PVC at 8 o'clock. Does that make sense? And I've been registered for over some months now. Now I went there to collect my check at Social local government here. I stay more than 2-3 hours. Even we are even more than 50 that we using correct hours. They said we should come back after session. This and they're just giving excuses. This is not right, and it's not. I don't even know what to say because it does not make sense.
We can only imagine how painful it is, really.
So I really want to
We have a couple of tweets here.
Ogbeni Caesar says, just like I said yesterday, these infernos at INEC offices are too suspicious to be natural. Politicians are desperate to realize that they don't care whichever way it takes them to realize those ambitions.
Andrew here says, to stop the burning of INEC offices, you should have another way of voting via INEC's main database. This should send PVC number, PIN code, fingerprints, picture, which can be scanned. That's Obodo Yibo, that kind of thing.
No. They have a contingency, like a miscellaneous fund that was approved for this kind of thing. So I don't expect INEC to say because offices were burned, people become disenfranchised automatically.
So that's the issue now. Yeah. How to put a stopgap measure so that those who had their
election on Saturdays.
who had their
and then they should investigate the fire so far and see whether, because like this tweet is saying, officials at INEC or security agencies and critical stakeholders are complicit in these occurrences. It's normal. It's expected that, it could be from within. So they should investigate and find a way to curb these things from happening.
Yeah. All right, now next we delve into human trafficking. Stay with us. We will be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
Thank you for staying with us. Now, this is not the first time we will be discussing human trafficking on the show. However, it should be a continuous discussion as a new report has it that women and children are trafficked not only for forced prostitution, but also for legal and illegal work, legal and illegal marriages, organ trade, camel racing, and bonded labor. Joining us on the show is the President Kick Against Human Trafficking and Human Right to Peace Foundation, Barrister Ojo Akinwale. Am I right?
Yes, it's part of it.
All right. Welcome to the show.
It's a pleasure being here again.
All right. To join the conversation, the callers on 07080668014, Twitter us at TVC Connect with the hashtag YourViewTVC. Like we have rightly highlighted, human trafficking is historically not new, but then it has taken different dimensions now. How worrying is it for Nigeria, seeing that Nigeria has taken this or has been given this reputation of being one of the major African countries, as a source or trafficking point? And are we doing enough to address the root cause?
Yes, we know Nigerian, we are a highly ambitious person. And you see, that's the reason you see people moving from one region to another for a better life. That is normal. As human being, movement from one area to another is normal. Even animals, they migrate. But if you want to do it, what we are saying that you do it legally. And that illegal migration that's led to human trafficking that makes it more pronounced in Nigeria. And if you look at the economic realities, we know that a lot of people will want, with little promises of better life somewhere, some promise you pick money everywhere when you get to outside this country. And they don't know that one thing is that if you are here, because Nigeria is a developing nation, and any little effort that, we are starting it, we are new in things, but if you are outside there, you have to put more than 200% of the effort you will put in Nigeria to be successful, because what we are doing is not new. They have done it at a level, high level there. So now, because of the economic situation, it's easier, and people can easily be gullible. And if you look at even the tradition, custom, always also encourage it. So that's the reason we are coming out. The reason is that normally, you believe somebody is close to you, you can say, this is my brother, this is my uncle, but may not be any blood affinity. And you know, it's part of it that it's like my son, it's like my brother, I can take good care of it. And you know, it's part of our culture. When people promises a family that we can take your son or your daughter abroad and they can have a better life, better education, get better working experience, better opportunity, and you just, because of the culture, okay, go. You are also like a brother to me. And that's what makes people to fall victim. From our interaction with over 285 people that we have helped to come back to Nigeria, about 60% of them is due to this kind of cultural affinity that made them to be susceptible to being taken by these human traffickers. And that's the reason we are looking at the cultural aspect in educating the people that, yes, this is your, when you call yourself brothers, you have to investigate properly and you have to do the right thing. You must have a real brother. So it encourages that. And that's what we identify, that in Nigeria we have to, if not, it continue going on unless we use cultural ways.
The analysis seems to negate this custom of train and freedom that we have, and it's worked because, you know, the Easterners do it a lot, where apprenticeship leads to, you know, freedom and establishing businesses. That's, you know, a recent survey analyzed as one of the most successful business plans. So usually in those days when they give you a child to you, you're supposed to, the child is supposed to understudy you, your business method and everything, and then grow into his own business.
But
that's
like
the method.
now,
But when you put this, because it's been polluted, and you put it generally, the way you put it like this, around that comment, people would tend to turn away from a successful method that was worked to raise children.
Yes, that's what is different. It's not for exploitation. If it is for education, like trading, like learning, that one is positive. But that's what I'm saying, that unless we identify that when we say it, let's see, is it for learning trade? You will know where the destination. You don't even know your destination. They will just tell you, you go there abroad, we'll prepare your travel document, we'll do everything for you. Just come, we take you. And so that one is the danger there. If it is trade, or I want to take you legally, I will tell you, apply, this is the document you need to support your application. You will take it to the embassy by yourself. You go there and pick it by yourself. Not that I'm picking it for you, except you authorize me in writing to pick it for you. But when they said they will do it, they will package it for you. We did not go to investigate because of this cultural issue that we have, that is normal, the trust. And that's why we are trying to educate the people that, no, investigate. Where somebody is telling you, we will do the paper for you, we will do everything, just bring yourself, come. You should know that it is not legal. You are being trafficked.
Sir, that's for people who fall victims. There are people who want to leave the shores of the country because life here is hard. I was in the US in December and everything was working. There were systems. It wasn't as if the place was that fantastic. When I came back, I was like, I prefer Dubai 100 times compared to the US. It wasn't as if it was fantastic, but systems were working. I was not bothered about light. I was not bothered about water. In fact, sometimes when the TV just keeps quiet, I'm like, have they taken light? I remember, oh, sorry. It's so embarrassing. You know, everything was working. And even me, on a level of 7 digits monthly, I was already thinking of relocating. Because I know that if I get there, at least for my children, they are secure to a large extent. Not to talk of people who don't even have any form of digit at all that comes into their account. Do you understand? So the problem we have here is some people have tried to make it here. It's not working. Now they have like an option. If I go there, any little effort, it will work. What do we do as a people to keep our people? I don't see the Arabians leaving their country to go and work somewhere else.
Well, that's also part of it. You know, we have different angles of human trafficking that encourage that. And we know in the government we have limitation because of the resources. We are a developing nation. But we are saying that it is legal. If you can go, you can go through a job application and you can better your life there for education, that one. But that's the reason we are looking at it from the angle of economic aspect, that if the economy is working, the social amenities is working, is also going to discourage human trafficking. So if we don't look at the economic aspect and the social development aspect, that means we'll just be treating the symptom instead of curing the disease.
That's why I asked earlier if we are addressing the root causes.
Yes, that's the thing. That's the reason we are even taking it to government. You know, there is a limit in what we can ask from them. We know what we are developing. But still, if the economy is not being revamped, I'm telling you, no matter how we shout, we'll be able to reduce the numbers of victims, but we can't totally obliterate it. And that's the reason, the only thing that can stop it more is that if the government is more responsible and more responsive to issue of economy and social development, social welfare, you have at least basic amenities. You will not be encouraged to just, if somebody is promising you something there, you have, well, I'm comfortable a little bit here. It's okay, than where I don't know. So, but where you are, some people will damn it that either try making it or die trying.
That's exactly the angle I was going to go with. The last time we discussed this thing was when the report from CNN broke, and we had damning, obviously, Nigerians, young, vibrant, strong men that were willing to trek and willing to do anything to leave Nigeria. There were people that were willing to, that they know that the situation here is so hopeless, they would do anything to escape. Such people know what they are going to do.
You know.
And the investigation also revealed the impact of religion. So now you've addressed the social economic effects that lead to trafficking. You've addressed the cultural challenges that encourage trafficking, but they go to religious houses. They have some pastors, quote and unquote, men of God, who are agents of getting people. So when people come and pray for deliverance, they'll tell them there is an option. No, I know an agent that can help you. And so how are we getting these religious houses to also preach the message of there is hope here if you wait here, if you work hard, things can work, and all of that?
That's the reason, like Kick Against Human Trafficking Foundation, we always go to mosque, church. I have churches that we're going to visit on Sunday, so that we are trying to not only market, we know where those who are likely victim, those who are, so we have to go to where the root cause will be, where they can recruit people and educate them. The only thing people know is that we are going. They don't know what you're going to meet on your ways. And we want to explain what you meet on your ways. People will tell you, if you can go, even if it takes me 6 months to take the journey, I know it's just 6 months of movement, and then I will get to the promised land. We want to tell them that one is dangerous. There's some clips that we put in our website, we put it on the social media. We have people that their organs were harvested. Some people were used as like a lab rats. Some people are used by those terrorists to train them how to harden their hearts. That if I show you some video, some who came to my office to interview me, I showed them some things, they were amazed. And those girls, you can see I have notes. They brought here to Nigeria, sleeping with average of 7 to 10 men per day. How do you do it from January to December? There is one note, the lady put it, thank you pad. That was the time she has her menstrual period, she was left off. That's the time she could rest. And most of them, they are between the ages of 18 to 23. And when they are back here, it is a lot of duty for us to rehabilitate them. How? Somebody has already become an addict. We have to become pastors. One day, preaching, talking, giving them hope.
Another day, you are
not only psychologists. Another day, you are. And we also make sure that we don't only rescue, we follow those identified traffickers, and we ensure that NAPTIP jail them. We follow them to come. We provide.
We'll come to that when we return from this break. Do stay with us.
Welcome back to Your View.
All right, thank you for staying with us. We're still talking human trafficking. Nima, over to you.
So on my Facebook page, there's Akasha Zibiri Nima, there's a campaign for people to stop trafficking to the Middle East. And I'm talking largely about the Ibadan Kwara people trying to go to the Middle East, Oman, Jordan, and all those places, thinking there's life. These are countries where there are no human rights laws. Wow. Once you come in, there's a slavery culture. The moment you get into a family, you come legitimately by yourself. In fact, you apply, go to embassy. Once you come in legitimately, but somebody just gets you and you become a slave in their house. It could be for century, for a decade. Your family will not have any contact to you. Your agent will get paid, and that's it. It's a once buy-off, sold-off arrangement. I would like you to share the experiences of some of the, because you were talking about videos that you get, because the videos are so horrific.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine sharing it on a break. I would like you to share some of the experiences of certain victims that you've rescued, you know, and I want to know if you're doing something about people in that Middle East area.
Yes, we have 3 people who are victims from one is from Saudi Arabia, and their experience is very, very pathetic, because even sometimes they may not feed them more than once a day, and which is worse than what, and they work more, they have only 4 hours to rest. 4 hours. And I have 3 of them still calling. I have them I share it in social media, calling. Why some people are saying, no, it's not possible because of religion issue. But this one is personal. This is life.
This is life.
Life is different from religion, and we should not mix that together. And the experience is that, and they are not paid. They have been working for 1.5 years. But luckily, we always have people that's also into against human trafficking. We can get in touch with them. We get in touch from social media. Some I can't even discuss it because of the issue of security.
If you could just hold the thought. We have Timileyin calling from Abeokuta. Welcome to the show, Timileyin. Go ahead.
Good morning. My name is Timileyin, calling from Abeokuta.
Good morning. All right, good morning.
Yeah, I want to talk on the issue on Amosun in Abeokuta.
Sorry,
we're discussing trafficking.
We're discussing trafficking.
First, I want to talk about this issue of human trafficking.
All right, fine.
My advice to people who want to go abroad for greener pasture is don't let anybody deceive you. Don't let anybody deceive you that there is a greener pasture somewhere where you can't even plant, where you can't even plant anything. So don't let anybody deceive you.
All right, thank you, Timileyin. Thank you.
So where does the law come in terms of convictions and prosecutions? Because now the Global Index released last year that worldwide 40.3 million are victims. We have this data, we have the numbers, we know some of the people who are involved. So, but we've not been hearing that somebody was prosecuted, somebody was convicted. Where does the law come in?
There are few.
Yes, well, from our own experience, those people we identify from the interaction with the victims, and we're able to arrest some of them, and we follow conviction. And we follow them that those one will come and testify. Because if you don't have people to testify, witnesses, then you cannot get conviction. So most of them, because we give them that protection, we give them protection, and they know we are with them, they are free to come to court, and they will give their evidence. And at the end of the day, we get conviction through NAPTIP. Because when this come, we have the NAPTIP, that's the agency that can prosecute. And also now we are working with the human trafficking in police. They have also section, apart from NAPTIP. Nice. So we follow. There is another person that we are trailing. I've already given them, we can't locate, but we have the phone. We are trying to expand it to get him. So and it will be a very big one.
I'm really happy you mentioned.
We have Olarinwaju calling from the UK. Welcome to the show. Go ahead with your contribution.
Hello, good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes. Okay, my question to the gentleman is that do they work together with the embassy, Nigeria embassy, and the embassy of that country? Because I think if the embassy, step in, things will be faster than go run the circle. So I want to know if they work together with the embassy.
Do you work with embassies?
Not directly with the embassy. I remember I was invited by U.S. Embassy. We're there, we inform them how our operation, we give them some information, and that's what they leaked out to CNN. And that brought the total overhauling information about human trafficking as relates to Nigeria. So we're there. So it shows that it's not that we need to go there. They themselves sought after us, and they get the information the way. I don't know how they got my number. They were able to trail me, and I was there. And when we had our rally to commemorate the Human Trafficking Awareness Month in January. And in that, we target block the route. We have the route, and we are telling the government that even we're at NAPTIP office, we met the zonal commander, and we told them that what you need to do, you have international relationship. As NGO, they can relate to us in a limited form. But as a nation, we can relate. We know the border, and we can relate,
solution.
and both can police the border and be able to rescue them before they go into the deadly journey, which is better and it's quicker and easier. We have over 20,000 in Mali. That is the official number. Yes. We have one official number. Yes. And now to bring them back will be much expensive than to use international relationship that we can stop them at the border. And we can do that. Despite the fact that we have West African, the passport, we can also look at it that, where are you going? Where is your destination? Where is your objective? Then we can cooperate internationally and stop it.
We've had the NAPTIP head on our show. We've discussed with the police PRO regularly on this thing. So we know that they're doing a lot, but people still don't trust them. Now, I'm happy that you've said that you partner with them and you've been able to get convictions. Can you, I want you to give people hope concerning the process. If you feel like you are about to be trafficked, you're getting called from an agent, and you want to help in policing ourselves by giving their number. Is there somebody to call? What website can they go to? Give them information that they can use now to stop some agents. Yes.
Solution, quickly.
Yes, the solution is to trust the agency, because this is something that deals with personal freedom of people and their reputation. It's not something you bring their faces out, but we can talk about it because we are the face there. So people can go to our website, www.catraf.com. You can get information and pass it to us, or you can call 0812-081-2244-2012.
And you don't charge money for any of this?
We don't charge anything. It's free. It's free. Or you can call 0003.
Let me join voice with you.
Put it on Twitter.
We have run out of time.
Put the number on Twitter or put it on Facebook.
We have run out of time, Nima. We've run out of time. But we must thank you, Ojo Akinwale, for coming on the show. We have run out of time because we have to go to the markets, do business and all of that. Thank you, ladies. We need to run. That's all we can take on today's show. Don't forget, tomorrow is our live Valentine audience show. Come early, please. We can only take 25 people dressed nicely. No sleepers, please. Anyway, have a great day. That's our show today. Bye now.